Each year, Microsoft Research hosts hundreds of influential speakers from around the world, including leading scientists, renowned experts in technology, book authors, and leading academics, and makes videos of these lectures freely available.
Over the last 2 years, I've been assigned this role of kind of wrapping up the Social Computing Symposium. And thankfully, since I think you guys were just not as funny as the last 2 years, thankfully, in a great demonstration of the eye is better than the brain, Elizabeth took a bunch of photographs during the last 2 days that are going to form the basis of this presentation. You can see that some of our older and to-be secrets are out, but we'd also like to acknowledge the help from some of our friends in putting some of this together, and you know who you are, Liz and Linda. So, here we go.
If you're offended, blame me.
That's right.
Yes,
Blame
please,
them
please.
for everything.
If you're offended, by all means, talk to Linda. Just to start out, there are some themes that have run through the last 3 years, and here are some of the ones that we noticed. There's a lot of commonality. Teenagers, tagging was introduced last year, I think. It wasn't really talked about in the first year. Cross-cultural issues mostly in the last 2 years. And a thread that began in the first symposium with talking about politics and fundraising online. And that has maybe morphed more generally into cooperation and collective action. So those are some of the things.
And I might add that social networking, despite Barry Stone's, remains on our list.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Okay.
Very resistant to change. Some of the things that did not come up, last year I mentioned that Beagle meetups, which were a great focus of the first year, did not come up last year. They didn't come up again this year, nor did the email is as bad as marijuana study. Although, you know, it has its charm still. I hope you won't forget about that. That was the basic point of this study, was that your addiction to reading your email and messages impacts your IQ as much as smoking, I think it was 4 joints or something. 10 IQ points and 4 joints or something along those lines. So that, I mean, this is important for all of us to remember as technophiles.
And I have to say, Constance, actually, I think you put up the image, didn't you? Was it the nice marijuana leaf image that you put up? Yeah. So you brought it back unknowingly. Yeah. Thank you.
So those are that's the important, you know, kind of perspective on the last 3 years. Now we want to share with you what we call Elizabeth and Wendy's moments.
And I might add that the word aspirational went out earlier. I am an aspirational photographer, not a very good executional photographer. And the fact that you're all blurry is because you're blurry, okay? Nothing to do with me.
Exactly. So. Mark said that.
Comment?
Where is he? Oh, there he is. Yeah, he said this afternoon. I said, "Can I quote you?" He said, "Yes," so I did.
Here we go for 500 gold. I'll tell you about the Christian rock problem. Constance, would you like to elaborate?
Not.
I know. But I like your stance here as well. It's like...
It's quite excellent.
Without the 500 gold, who knows what might happen? You're in trouble.
I wasn't.
Now this was the best instance of social debugging. And public angst. Everybody was sitting there going, click on it. Click on it.
But the rub, you have to not be in presentation mode when you click on it. So there's the rub. We have some unforgettable quotes mixed in. All you tabs know who you are.
Yeah. Now, we love men in skirts. And Liz was lovely this year, sending out a dress code and telling us that we could be casual. But next year it's going to be kilts, okay, everybody?
Right.
Is that all right, Liz? Perfect.
I hope someone's recording this for posterity. Yeah, we were interested to know that the power law is reversible. I mean, who knew? It could be commutable. But whichever way you display it, Joy's still an outlier, of course. Yeah, the ambiguity of clay.
Yeah. This seemed like the perfect clay picture.
Hard to know what that man is thinking sometimes. Now, this is a quote I'm going to take with me to the family cruise at New Year's that we're going to take, and I'm definitely going to share it. Not only this quote, but my husband and I have recently seen the light and discovered the rupture. The rapture is actually wrong. It's the rupture. It's about the pavement suddenly opening up and chunks of pavement floating up to the heavens. But anyway, well, if you're interested in details, come see me. There are many signs that you can see on morning walks.
This is the huddle in the corner. And I have to say, those green deltoids, whew, whew, I got a quick look of the green deltoids of Joey's character.
Next time we're going to locate this away from the door that blocks our access to tea and coffee, yes. And we concluded this from observation, very astute observation, really almost an ethnography.
We loved all your secrets. This is one of my favorites. I'm a closet Celine Dion fan.
Are you?
No, it's not mine. Somebody else's. But I did have it for a while.
It got around quite a bit.
There was a lot of arguing with clay in huddles.
It seems very quiescent at that moment, though.
Yeah.
Now, this is Mike from Online Alchemy, but I'm not sure who that look was directed at, but whoever you are, I hope you're still with us.
Yeah, right. Oh, Danielle.
Danielle, where are you? There he is. Yeah.
Like the little elf face here. You will now forever be known as Danielle.
A lot of elvish aspirations in the room.
One of my favorite statistics, 1 million people per square mile. Whew. Now that's social or something.
That's why the cell phones need to remain small.
This is my absolute favorite. Absolute favorite.
This is Elizabeth's take-home.
I'm going to tell everybody this when I get home. So he went over and he picked up the cell phone and realized he was already dead. I'm going to dine out on that one. I'm so happy about that.
Ah, yes.
The best suggestion, the best design suggestion.
For the meeting. Yay!
Yay! We tried to think of something really funny and sarcastic, Howard, but, you know, you just say too many sensible things.
You're tough to make fun of, but we're working on it.
Yeah. So the back channel has, as always, had a center stage without any of the content around it. So this was one of my favorites, sitting just watching these three people type and looking over their shoulders as they go around, and everybody's chatting away in the back channel.
There it is.
Yeah.
Snark-free. This year for the first time, perhaps? Or do tell.
Tom looks
how
dubious.
many back channels to the back channel are there this year?
Was there a snark channel?
No one knows. You know, the fact that the few of us that didn't know what this meant are now going home knowing what it means, learning has taken place. That was a highlight, wasn't it?
You'll stop getting email for that other person whose account is coming to you. So this was standing at the end, having got there very early and already been to the bar, I admit. We were stood at the back of the boat and watched you all come in. And you didn't come into the boat, you all just queued straight for the bar.
How does that happen? Oh, well.
The pictures get fuzzier.
As the night goes on. Now that's sweet.
That was when I lost control of my camera. Judith! We were hoping that you'd help us here.
I'll let you know.
Yeah, there was some concern about whether violence in World of Warcraft leads to violence in the real world.
In the real world.
Well,
No question.
yeah, no question, really. What was this about, Clay? Talk to the pen? Good answer.
I think that was around the point that the captain refused, the bartender refused to serve me another drink.
Yeah, right.
What I was thinking.
Sobriety test.
That's right.
How many pens was it?
That was, I can still write an internet musing, so give me a drink. There it is.
Good instances of front channel talk.
Some of that happened at the symposium as well. Yeah.
What does this mean?
I don't know, but it's really fun to say. Attention chipper shredder.
This is a more violent slant than the marijuana.
Oh.
Yeah. So it is mentioned.
It's doing violence to our attention.
Now you have to look at
You have to.
his expression. I don't know if you can see
Not
that.
so happy here.
When good bureaucracies go bad, that's sad.
This one's for Bob, who turned to me and said, Irving Kaufman, I haven't heard that name said in many talks. And then, swear to God, the next 3 talks, Kaufman.
There you go.
Tom, you just made this face, so I'm happy to have it here.
You guys probably didn't know about facial back channels, but there it is. It's readable by all. Harmony.
Harmony.
There you
And
go.
again, here we have.
Where's Carrie? Where's Carrie?
She's there.
Where?
Just
Yeah, there she is. Excellent. Excellent talk. You know, when a speaker can sync to their slides to that extent, you know they've arrived. Forget the voice lessons. Just stay with the gestures.
Yeah, how realistic does the drawing need to be?
Excellent work.
And I had to get it again. I'm sorry because I'm still. Oh yeah, thanks.
We have one more gift. This is
a gift.
This is a slide from last year's wrap-up, but unfortunately Howard wasn't here to see it. So, you know, I think it's a lovely picture of Howard's citing an inflection point. What it was about, I'm afraid I can't say. But there you go. It was colorful just for you. I used many fonts. So that's our whirlwind trip through the symposium. We have one last thing to ask of you.
So this is Beth and Tim. You're going to have to help me here because you put me up to this. Uh-oh. So there's so many fantastic people here. Somebody said this earlier. And it's only 2 days. And we haven't got to talk to some of the people we wanted to talk to. And so before we slide into the last reception, I want us to thank Liz again.
Yay!
And thank Microsoft again.
Yay!
Thank you. And then I'd like you to get up off the back channel, please, and actually go and introduce yourself to one person you really wanted to talk to, but you haven't had a chance to talk to yet. So introduce yourself and go and say hello, and then we will be all the way ready to moving into... Oh, Tom, take that look off your face. Moving into the socializing. And I want to, I think on behalf of everybody, thank you all for being here. Thanks so much.
Yep. Well done.